Write it down, just let me help build it.
I'll remember.
So, Tesla's my scientist. I don't believe Einstein.
He was a true scientist.
He's a scientist.
You know, he didn't just, and that's what he said, you know, they go off on all these math equations, and they're getting away from actually doing science.
Yes.
And that's where now we're in theoretical.
Yeah, now they're all worried about
everything's
getting
theoretical,
paid.
and there's so much theoretical now, nobody even understands that it's theoretical. They just say, hey, the scientists say it, that's what it is. They don't understand it. Everything that's operating is theoretical.
Yeah.
Right.
Using mathematics
Yeah.
to construct their
How many
houses in the sky.
Mathemagic.
How many
Yeah.
zeros did they say they have now that they know they're wrong by 120?
1 to the-
and
2
a
to the
whole
100?
line of zeros I don't even know how to
I think
count
it's
that
10 to the
high.
100.
Yeah,
Mathematical mathematics.
they are so
It's like that.
confessing that they ain't got a clue.
I mean, I could lie and still be more accurate than them.
True. All that's true.
Did you ever look into the Mark Rosen, the Rosen coil?
Mythological mathematics.
He uses, he has an explanation which he never actually, I don't know if he's dead now or whatever, but he uses a sort of a clockwise 1 through 9, or 1 through 9, yeah, 1 through 9. And then somehow he connects the numbers together to make this certain pattern, and then based on this pattern that he's created, he created a coil. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Rosen coil? Okay.
Nine's a number within it, it's its own number.
Like Tesla said, 369 is
I was gonna say 3
universe.
Right, but the infinite part was 5, 8,
4
4.
5, 6, 4.
I think 5, 8, 4, 2.
What was he on to? I don't know. What was, because he's not even existent anymore.
I've seen something like that.
And he created it.
What did the coil do?
I've never actually gone into
I don't know.
it with that.
I don't know. He was on to something, and then everything's gone, and he's disappeared. So,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, one of the.
There's so many. There's so many of them.
But you can. He does. If you look him up on YouTube, he does some really crazy mathematical. Not really equations or anything, but he just uses numbers to connect one number to the other number. It's not how you would typically set up an equation and look at an equation. It's just, well, this 2 is connected to this, and then.
Well, like your 9, your circle's 360 degrees. 3 plus 6 is 9. Half of 360 degrees is 180 degrees. 1 plus 8 is 9.
Yeah.
Half of 180 degrees. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going and going.
And
Nine-
every number is 9
I think
actually.
any way you split it up, it's
9 will always go to a 9.
Nine will-
like if you split up 360 by 5, it's 72 degrees per section. That's 9. 7 plus 2 is 9.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. Like,
It's for any number.
Yeah.
Any number.
Yeah.
Like whatever your age is.
Is that like
Yeah.
sacred geometry?
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like that.
Any number can always be brought back to 9, no matter how. Well, I guess anything less than 9 can't be, because it wouldn't have the whole parts of 9.
Any multiple of 9 can be broken back down to 9.
No, any number. Any number. Give me any number. I'll give you the.
Well, as long as it's above 9.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean,
Every number.
but like, I guess 1 times 9 is 9. You know, I mean, I get what you're saying though.
No, but I'm saying like literally any number. Give me any number. I'll give you
58.
58. 5 and 8 is what?
13.
Thank you.
13. What is 58 minus 13?
I don't know.
58. 45.
65,
9. Boom.
45.
So there you go.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
number
yeah.
you can bring it back to 9, no matter how big.
I got you. Okay, I see
That's
what you're
interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
Well, there's no such thing as coincidence in my book, so
Yeah.
that kind of supports my theory.
Synchronicity.
I used to
So
tell
what you're
people-
saying is we're not all here by chance.
No, it's what you're thinking. Is we're all making what we're
Yeah.
thinking.
I
We're
used to-
making our future.
I used to tell people if 3 lefts make a right. So does that mean 3 coincidences make a truth?
There's no such thing as coincidence. You
Yeah,
get what you're
right,
thinking.
right, but that's
saying.
that's kind of the point of it. Like, if 3 lefts make a right,
And 2 wrongs make a right.
right? Well,
English
I'm
is the only
saying,
language.
if you're
The professor
driving,
said English is the only language where 2 negatives don't make a positive. And the guy in back said, yeah,
English.
yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
English is a weird language, so it's very weird.
It was messing us up.
Yeah, it's the serpent's tongue, and they kind of is, because you could say one thing and it could mean two completely different
I
things.
mean,
Like you
five.
said, yeah, right. it
I
did.
mean, five completely different.
But once I went into the whole conspiracy movement and stuff, I quit writing in cursive. I don't write no cursive writings. And then it's like, wait a minute, if I'm putting letters on the paper, I'm spelling. So I'm still casting spells. Every time I put
All
pen to
American,
paper.
all speaking.
Cursive.
Casting spells.
Cursing is out of the school system. so-
Made in the image of he spoke. We're doing it too.
Yeah.
Admit or deny, we're doing it too. Start paying attention.
Heck,
So
nowadays, they
notice,
wouldn't
like, we're
even,
doing it
they
too.
wouldn't even allow you to write God's
Of
name.
the language.
They would write it on the sand, remember? God, they wouldn't even be able to write it. It would be blasphemy. It was important to them not to.
Was that chicken?
Interesting.
We're talking about
Okay.
actually spelling out God.
No, I feel weird about it.
'Cause I know Jewish, Hebrew, they don't believe in actually saying
Like I
God.
started sprinkling. Like,
Well,
That's
that's not
G-
really
G.
Jewish. Well, it's Jewish.
Yeah.
What it comes down to is back during the Greeks, Antiochus Epiphanes. You know, whenever he took over the Israel and stuff after Alexander the Great died, he banned the speaking of the name, and that's where like Spock.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from, because that's what they, instead of saying their name, they'd say Adonai and hold up their hands,
Okay.
and that was their way of saying Yehovah still.
Alright.
But they only, and then once they've not said it for so long, they just kind of, hey, you know what, the name's
got
too
you.
sacred to speak anyway, you know. That way we'd keep anybody from taking the chance of using his name in vain. But then the Bible clearly tells us those who call on the name of Yehovah will be saved.
Yeah.
So there's lots of gods.
Yeah.
Which God are you talking to? That's why, on the back cop car says, in God we trust. Well, I get into the whole legalese and stuff. Okay, well, that's all capital, so that means it's capus dominutia. That means it's the lowest class of anything. What God are we talking about? If that was my God, that should be all
Money.
lowercase.
They're talking about money.
Yeah.
Well, I consider a state, like the state of Missouri, I consider it a God. I can't, they treat it the same as they treat my God. They can't see it. They can't talk to him. They can't do anything with my God. Well, I treat the state of Missouri the same way. I don't see him. I can't
they
talk
trust
to
in
him.
it.
But they trust and obey him still.
Yeah.
And that's why I go to court. I call him out. Hey, is the state of Missouri going to come talk? Well, the prosecutor's here. Who's he? He's not the state of Missouri. You expect me to be here? You expect me to represent the person? But then, hey, where's that jar? Where's the bunny jar at? I mean, this is a deep rabbit hole. I'm not even going to go any further now.
Yeah.
It's off topic. We'll save that
Once
for
you're in
tomorrow.
there and give them your name, you're in.
My favorite
There
thing,
are.